welcome to Pabbly Chat Flow. In this video, we are going to understand how to create a WhatsApp chatbot for your software testing company. So as a business owner, I receive a lot of queries on my WhatsApp number. And now here I instantly wish to reply to these queries using a WhatsApp chatbot. Yes, you heard it right. I'm going to build a WhatsApp chatbot using an all-in-one WhatsApp communication platform, that is Pabbly Chat Flow. So here we are going to follow a process. We are going to create a chatbot using Pabbly Chat Flow, and then whenever a user is going to send a message to our WhatsApp chat, then automatically our chatbot is going to reply to that message. And here, after capturing all the responses through our chat, then what we are going to do is we are going to capture that response in Pabbly Connect, and after capturing the response, we are going to add the details in our Google Sheets as a new row. So now here, if you wish to learn about this process step by step, then let me all take you to my screen. Welcome to my screen. In this video, I'll show you how to create a WhatsApp chatbot to automate replies for your software testing company. This helps you respond to client inquiries instantly, collect information, and provide support around the clock. Alright, so here on my screen you can see the chatbot that I've already created using all-in-one WhatsApp communication platform, that is Pabbly Chat Flow, for my software testing company. And now firstly, here in this video we are going to see the working of this amazing chatbot that I've already created by simply sending a WhatsApp message to my WhatsApp chat. Alright, so for that let me all take you to my WhatsApp. So this is my WhatsApp account, and this is my WhatsApp number that I have already connected with my Pabbly Chat Flow account. So here, let's suppose that I am a customer over here, and I'm going to drop a text to this chat as, "Hey, I want to know about your testing services." And here you can see the text that we have received that says, "Hi there, welcome to Swift Test Labs, your partner in seamless software testing. How can we assist you today?" And here you can see the 3 quick replies button that we have received. So here we have received the view services, get pricing, and request a call. So let's select view services. And here you can see we have received the text as, "Here are the services we offer at Swift Test Labs. These are the testings," and it says, "Would you like to get a detailed brochure or speak to an expert?" So let's click on this talk to expert. And then it says, "Great, we'd love to connect with you. Just a few quick details so we can schedule the calls. So may I know your full name?" So I'm going to enter a dummy name over here. And then it says, "What time would you prefer us to call you?" So let's give the time as 1 p.m. And then it says, "Please share your email address in case we need to send additional info or a calendar invite." So here for the email address, I'm going to enter a random email address. And then it says, "Lastly, do you have an alternate phone number so we can use just in the case the primary one doesn't work?" So I'm going to add a random phone number over here. And it says, "Awesome, all set, dummy user. We will give you a call around 1 p.m. Talk to you soon." So here you can see the personalized message that we have received with our name that we just right now entered and the time that we just right now entered. Alright, so with this we have successfully seen the working of this amazing chatbot. And now here let me tell you the details that we added over here. That means the details that we sent to our WhatsApp chatbot are added over here in our Google Sheets as a new row. So here you can see the name, email address, preferred time, and the alternate number. So with this we have successfully seen the working of this amazing chatbot that I've already created for my software testing company. Alright, so now here in this video we are going to learn step by step that how you can set up this entire WhatsApp chatbot and the process of adding your all the details in Google Sheets as a new row step by step. And for that we are going to use the all-in-one WhatsApp communication platform, that is Pabbly Chat Flow. So here to access the Pabbly Chat Flow, you have to search for pabbly.com/chatflow in your browsers, and it will take you to the homepage of Pabbly Chat Flow. So here on my screen you can see Pabbly Chat Flow's homepage, and here you can see 2 options, that are sign in and sign up free. If you're a new user, click on sign up free and try Pabbly Chat Flow for free today. And if you're an existing user, click on sign in. Here I'm an existing user, so I'm clicking on sign in. Now after signing in, here you can see all Pabbly apps window where you can see all the applications of Pabbly. Here to build a WhatsApp chatbot for my business, I'm going to use Pabbly Chat Flow. Now this is the dashboard of Pabbly Chat Flow, and here if you wish to learn that how you can set up your Pabbly Chat Flow account step by step, then you can check out the video link available in the description box below. And here I've already set up my Pabbly Chat Flow account. So let me give a brief that how you can add a WhatsApp number in your Pabbly Chat Flow account. So for that you need to click on this add WhatsApp number button given on the top right corner, and here you can see 2 options, that are WhatsApp Connect and the manual token connect. So here you can see that WhatsApp Connect is a preferred method. So here if you wish to learn about this particular method to how to use this method to add a WhatsApp number in Pabbly Chatflow account, then you can check out the video link in the description box below. And here if you wish to select the manual token connect, then it is going to ask for the Meta access token, phone number ID and WhatsApp business account ID. So here to get all these details, you need to set up a WhatsApp Cloud API account in Meta for developers. And once you're going to set up the account, you're going to get all these details. And after entering the details over here, you need to click on this next and you are good to go. Alright, so this was all about how to add a WhatsApp number in Pabbly Chatflow account. And now here let me tell you that Pabbly Chatflow offers some amazing features that are available in the left side bar. So here if you wish to learn about any of the feature in detail, then you can check out the videos dedicated to each of the feature available on our YouTube channel and on our landing page as well. So here let me give an overview of each feature. So let's start with the inbox. So here in this particular feature, you can see all your WhatsApp chats at one place. Then comes the contacts. So here by using this particular feature, you can create and manage the contact list for your WhatsApp number. Then comes the team queue. So by using this particular feature, you can see all your team members and the status of the chat assigned to the each team member. Then comes the templates. So by using this particular feature, you can create and manage the templates for your WhatsApp messaging. Then comes the broadcast. So by using this particular feature, you can create, send or schedule the broadcast messaging for your WhatsApp messages. Then comes the flows. So by using this particular feature, you can create some WhatsApp chat bots for your business. Then comes the AI assistant. So by using this particular feature, you can create an AI assistant for your business. Then comes the activity log. So here by using this particular feature, you can see all the activities of your Pabbly Chatflow account at one place. Then comes the settings, and here under settings you can see some more features over here. So here if you wish to learn about these features in detail, then you can check out the video dedicated to this specific feature available on our YouTube channel. Then comes the get help option. So by using this particular option, you can get a response to all your queries regarding Pabbly Chatflow. Alright, so this was all about the features of Pabbly Chatflow. And now here to build a new WhatsApp chatbot for my business, I'm going to use a feature of Pabbly Chatflow that are flows. So I'm going to access the flows. Now here under this flow builder, you can see some existing flows that I've already created in my Pabbly Chatflow account. And now here to build a new WhatsApp chatbot for my business, I'm going to create a new flow by clicking on this add a flow button given on the top right corner. And now here in this flow window, firstly I'm going to give a name to my chatbot, that is WhatsApp chatbot for your software testing company. And now here after giving the name, it is asking me to set up the flow start. And now here at this flow start, I need to set up the flow start, that means trigger for my WhatsApp chatbot. So here you can see that you can set up the trigger as keywords, regex or the template. So here if you wish to trigger your WhatsApp chatbot through a template, then you can choose the template from your template library. And here if you wish to set the keywords and the regex, then you can do it as per your need. So here if you will choose the trigger type as keywords, meaning the chatbot will activate when a user's message contains specific words. For example, if we add a very basic keyword such as hey, then for that you need to type the keyword first and then you need to press an enter to make it a valid keyword. So that whenever a user sends a message with this word, the chatbot will detect it and trigger a response. But here people type messages in different ways. One person might say I want to know about your services, while another might ask for the pricing. So instead of listing every possible variation, we can use regex, that are regular expressions, to create a smarter trigger. For example, using a regex pattern like this, the chatbot will detect the common inquiry words regardless of variations or the capitalization. And once the chatbot is triggered, it moves to the next steps. So it says enter the regex to match substring trigger, enable the toggle for case sensitive regex. So here it is not mandatory to enable the toggle while entering the regex, but here you need to enable the toggle for each case sensitive regex only. Alright, so now after setting up the flow start as regex, we are going to move forward, and once my customer is going to send me any of the message on my WhatsApp chat, then I want to send a hello or a welcome message to my customer. So for that I have added a text box over here, and here I'm going to enter the text as hi there, welcome to Swift Test Labs, your partner in seamless software testing. How can we assist you today? So this is the message, and here you can see I have used asterisk before and after my brand name. That is because here I wanted to make this text bold. So here you need to use this particular text format to make your text bold over here. Alright, so now after adding a basic text, I'm going to add some quick replies button over here with the text as view services, get pricing and request a call. And now here after entering all the quick replies button over here, I'm going to set up the WhatsApp chatbot for these quick reply button. So let's start with view services. So if my customer is going to select this particular option, that means this particular quick reply button and then I want to send a text over here to my customer for our services. So for that, I'm going to add a text box over here, and here I'm going to enter the text as, here are the services we offer at the Swift Test Labs. These are the services that I've entered over here, and it says, would you like to get a detailed brochure or speak to an expert? And now after adding the text, I'm going to add some quick replies button over here, where I'm going to enter the text as, yes, send, talk to expert, and back to main menu. Alright, so with this, we have successfully completed this message box as well. So for now, we are going to leave this quick reply button over here, and we are going to move back to the main message box. And then we are going to continue with the second quick reply button, that is get pricing. So for that, I'm going to add another text box over here, and here I'm going to enter the text as, to provide accurate pricing, may I know what kind of project you are working on? Please choose the type of testing you need. And now here, after entering the text, I'm going to add some quick replies button over here, where I'm going to add the categories as mobile app, web app, and the full suite. And here, after adding all these details, I'm going to add one more text box for all of these quick reply buttons. So for that, I'm going to add a text box over here, and once my customer is going to select any of the category, then I want my customer to receive this text that says, thanks, we will send an estimate shortly, would you like us to reach out for a custom quote? And now here I'm going to connect all these quick reply button to this message box, and then here in this message box I'm going to add some more quick reply button, where I'm going to enter the text as, talk to expert, and back to main menu. Alright, so with this, we have successfully completed this message box as well. So for now, we are going to leave this quick reply button, and we are going to move back to our main message box. So here we are left with the last quick reply button, that is request a call. And here for requesting a call, I want to ask some details from my customer so that I can schedule a call over here. So now here, to ask the details, we are going to click on this action type notes, and here I'm going to drag and drop this ask a question message box over here. And here for the ask a question message box, I'm going to enter the text as, great, we had loved to connect with you. Just a few quick details so we can schedule the call. May I know your full name? So here the first question that I'm going to ask is of the full name, and then here is asking me to select the contact custom field. So here I've already created my contact custom field for the full name, and here if you wish to learn about this contact custom field in detail, then you can check out the video available on our YouTube channel for the same. And here let me tell you that how you can access this contact custom field. So for that, you need to click on the settings, and here you'll be able to see the option of contact custom fields. Alright, so here I've already created the full name contact custom field, so I'm going to select that. So this is my full name contact custom field, and here for the format, I'm going to select my field format as text over here, and then here is asking me to enter the number of attempt. So here I've entered the number of attempt as 1, and then here is asking for the validation error message. So here I don't want to enter any validation error message, so I'm going to leave it blank. And now here, after asking the first question message box, I'm going to move forward, and then I'm going to ask some more details as well. So for that, let me add more question boxes over here. Alright, so here you can see I've successfully added 3 more question message boxes over here, where I'm asking about the preferred time, email address, and the alternate phone number. Alright, so now after asking all these details, I want to capture all these details over here in my Google Sheets as a new row. So for that, what we are going to do is that we are going to use a API request node box over here. So for that, we are going to drag and drop this API request node box over here, and then here is asking me for the webhook URL. So here, to get this webhook URL, what we are going to do is that we are going to use another application of Pabbly, that is Pabbly Connect, from this all Pabbly apps window. And now here on my screen, you can see the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. So here, to build a new workflow, I need to click on this create workflow button, and then here is asking me to give a name to my workflow. So here I'm going to give the name as add lead details in Google Sheets. And now after giving a name to my workflow, it is asking me to select the folder. So here in the left side corner of this dashboard, you can see a folder section under which you can see the multiple folders that I've already created with different names to save my workflows accordingly. So in this particular case, I'm going to select my folder as automations. You can select the folder as per your need. Also, you can create multiple folders to save your workflows accordingly. And now here, to learn how to create a new folder inside Pabbly Connect, you have to click on this learn more hyperlink given over here. And by clicking on this, it will take you to a forum window where you can see all the instructions to how to create a new folder inside Pabbly Connect. Alright, so let's move back to our Pabbly's dashboard, and here to create a new workflow, I'm going to click on this create button given over here. Now here in this workflow window, you can see we have successfully created a workflow, and here on my screen you can see the two most important principles of an automation process, that are trigger and action. Where trigger says when this happens, action says do this. That means action is a response towards our trigger. Alright, so now here to begin with this automation, let's set up our trigger over here. So we are going to select our trigger application as Pabbly Chartflow because we are going to capture the details through Pabbly Chartflow. So I'm going to select the trigger over here, and then I'm going to select my trigger event as new message received, so that whenever we're going to receive new messages, that means the new details from our leads, then automatically Pabbly Connect should capture the response over here. And now here, after selecting my trigger event, you can see I've received a webhook URL. That means here I'm going to use this webhook URL to connect my Pabbly Chartflow account with Pabbly Connect. So following the instructions given below, firstly I'm going to copy this webhook URL. Let's move back to our flows that we are creating, and here for the webhook URL, I'm going to enter the webhook URL over here. So I'm going to enter the webhook URL, and here for the request, I'm going to select the request as post because I want to capture the details that we are receiving over here. Alright, so now here after adding the webhook URL, it is asking me to set up the params. So here I need to set up the params, that means key and the contact custom field for the values that I want to capture over here. So let's start with the name. So firstly I need the full name of my lead, and then I'm going to select the contact custom field for the same that I've created with the name full name, and then I'm going to add some more fields like this. So let's start. So here I'm going to enter preferred time, email, and lastly we are going to add alternate number. And now here after entering all the required fields, I'm going to click on this test, and it says API request successful. So we are going to save this first, and then we are going to move back to our Pabbly's workflow to see the response captured. So here you can see we have successfully captured a response over here. That means the keys that we entered and their values. So with this, we have successfully captured the response over here in our Pabbly's workflow. Alright, so this is a test response that we have received, and just for now, I'm going to show you that how you can add this response in your Google Sheets as a new row over here. So for that, what we are going to do is that we are going to connect our Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect in this action step given over here. So here I'm going to search for my action application as Google Sheets, and here I'm going to select my action event as add a new row, so that after capturing the response over here, automatically that response should be added in my Google Sheets as a new row. And now here to connect my Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect, here I'm going to click on this connect. Here to build a new connection, I'm going to select add new connection. If your Google Sheets account is already connected with Pabbly Connect, then you can click on select existing connection. And now here to build a new connection, I'm going to click on this sign in with Google. Here I'm going to select my desired account, and then I'm going to click on this allow and give access to Pabbly as your data is secured with Pabbly. Authorization successful. So here you can see we are now successfully connected. So moving forward, and then here is asking me to select the spreadsheet. So here I've already shown you that I have my spreadsheet with the name lead inquiry. So I'm going to select my spreadsheet as lead inquiry, and then here after selecting my spreadsheet, I'm going to select my sheet as sheet 1, and then here is asking me to enter the name, email, preferred time, and alternate number. So basically these are the fields that I've entered in my Google Sheets. So now here, instead of entering these details manually, here I'm going to map the data. Mapping data means insert data from previous step. That means here I'm going to map the data from the response that I received in my trigger step or my previous action steps. Mapping makes a text dynamic, so that whenever you're going to receive new details through Pabbly Chartflow, then automatically this previously existing detail will be updated with the new one. So here for the name, I'm going to map the name over here. Here for the email, I'm going to map the email. And here for the preferred time, I'm going to map the preferred time. And lastly, for the alternate number, I'm going to map the alternate number. And now here after entering all the required details, I'm going to click on the save and send test request. And here you can see we have received a successful response. That means we have successfully added the new details in our Google Sheets. So let's go and check it. And here you can see we have successfully added the detail over here, such as full name, email, preferred time, and alternate number. Alright, so for now let me delete all of these, and now here let me all take you back to my Pabbly's workflow. So now this is the automation that we have set up to add the details in our Google Sheets. And now here let me all take you back to my flow. Alright, so now after adding the details in the Google Sheet, I'm going to connect this question message box to this API request message box. And now here after building the connection, I'm going to send a small thank you personalized message to my leads. So for that, I'm going to connect a text box over here with this status fallback quick reply button, and here I'm going to enter the text as awesome, all set, dollar full name, we'll give you a call around preferred time, talk to you soon. So basically these are the formats that I've added over here to capture the values over here for the specific contact custom field. So now the question arises that from where we are going to get this format. So for that, you need to click on this contact custom fields, and then I'm going to open it in a new tab. And now here in this contact custom fields, you can see all the fields over here. So here, let's suppose that I have used it for the full name. So here you need to copy this full name, field name, copy name over here. And here after copying it, we are going to move back to our flow. And then you need to paste it wherever you want to capture that value. And automatically you're going to get this format. Alright, so this was all about this format. And now here after entering the personalized text over here for this particular details, we are going to move forward with the quick replies button that we are left. So here we are going to connect this talk to expert quick reply button to this first question message box. And here for the back to main menu, we are going to connect it with the main message box. Similarly, we are going to do it with the above message box as well. So we are going to connect this talk to expert message box to this question message box, and we are going to connect this back to menu quick reply button to the main message box. And now we are left with the single quick reply button, that is yes send. So for that, we are going to add another text box over here, that is for the media type, because I want to add the brochure over here. And here it is asking me to select the media type. So I'm going to select the type as document, and here for the file, I'm going to add the file from my file manager. So this is the brochure file, and as soon as I've added the file over here, you can see the URL has been updated automatically. And here for the caption, I'm going to enter the caption over here. And here you can see I have successfully added a caption over here. So with this, we have successfully completed the entire WhatsApp chatbot that we just right now created for our software testing company. And now here after creating the chatbot, I'm going to save this flow first. And it says flow updated successfully. That means we have successfully saved this flow. So with this, we have successfully built the entire chatbot for our software testing company. And now let's test this chatbot once again. So for that, let me all take you back to my WhatsApp. And now here, let me clear all the charts to start it from the scratch. And here, let's suppose again I'm a customer over here, and I'm going to drop the text as, hey, I want to know about your pricing. And here you can see we have successfully received a new message over here that says, hi there, welcome to the Swift Test Labs, your partner in seamless software testing. How can we assist you today? And here we have received all these 3 quick reply buttons. So with this, we have successfully seen the working of this chatbot. Now here, let me take you back to my flows, and here let me show you an amazing feature that Pabbly Chatflow offers of inbox. So here in the inbox, you can see all your WhatsApp chats at one place, and here also you can see the status of your messages as sent, delivered, and read. And also you can see the entire chat between your WhatsApp chatbot and your customer. And not only this, you can also see your customer details available in the right side panel. Alright, so this was all about the inbox. Let's move back to our flows. And now here, let me summarize the entire WhatsApp chatbot that we just right now created for our software testing company. Alright, so here I've selected my trigger as regex, and then I've added a hello or a welcome message for my customers with the quick reply button as view services, get pricing, or request a call. And then further, I've set up the WhatsApp chatbot for these quick reply button. And then here I'm asking some major details from my customer to schedule a call. And as soon as I'm going to receive the details over here from the customers, automatically using the API request, I'm adding the details in my Google Sheets as a new row. And after adding the details over here, automatically a small thank you personalized message is going to be sent to my lead. Alright, so this was all about the chatbot that we just right now created. And now here, let me summarize the entire chatbot for you. And now here, if you have any doubt related to this chatbot or any other chatbot or a feature of Pabbly Chatflow, then you can drop your doubts in the comment section below. I hope you liked the video. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Not only this chatbot, you can create many other chatbots with Pabbly Chatflow. Now if you have any doubt, then you can email us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any query, then you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com, and if you have any pricing related issue, then you can visit www.pabbly.com. Now if you liked our video, please try Pabbly Chatflow for free today.